What is going on, guys? Avery here, aka Roamer the Roamer. I just got done taking some phone calls on my angry customer list. We have an angry customer list in our business now. If you don't have an angry customer list, get one ASAP. This is one of the most insightful ways to optimize your business and really grow your business. So a lot of people think, how can I get more customers? How can I get more customers? How am I able to put my business out there so everybody knows about it? But if you're not making your current customers happy, and if you don't know who your angry customers are, you want your customers to voice their opinion. You want to find out who the angry ones are, because then what you can do is pick up the phone, talk to them. They're gonna be super happy that you're talking with them. Then find out why they're angry. And you should already know before you hop on the call. We have the exact reason why they're angry, but maybe they'll even voice some more opinions on why they're mad. And then what you can do is you can optimize your business. So you want to create a system for any reason why they're angry. If they're angry because of lack of communication, increase your communication system. Make sure there's an SOP that says, every single day your team should be reaching out, following up. And just because you reach out to somebody and answer their question or tell them that you're going to get back to them doesn't mean that it's over with. There should be a follow-up system over and over and over again. Every day you should almost be annoying to your customer to where you are messaging them, hey, we're still working on it. Hey, we're still working on it. You never want to leave them in the dark for too long. That's number one. That's a communication-based issue. Maybe it's processing times. So maybe for me, that's a majority of the reason why customers are currently angry at restrictedinventory.com is it's taking us too fucking long to process their inventory. So pretty easy fix. We just process inventory faster. How do we do that? We get more partners, warehouse partners, or we hire more employees. But I'm not going the employee route, I'm going the warehouse partner route. So boom, solution. Within a month, we should have all that settled. So now, two of the main issues, communication and also processing time fixed. Now what's gonna happen, and I've seen this before because I've been in this business for a couple of years, once you fix these issues, fuck paid traffic. Like, I do paid traffic. I do $1,000 plus in paid traffic, which is a lot for this business. And that's not even including what I pay people to run the paid ads for me. But it's great to expose my company to people that don't know about me yet and tell them why they should do business with me. But if you make, especially those angry customers, if you make your current customers fans and those angry customers, the angry customers are easier to make fans than the existing customers, because the existing customers might be lukewarm, mad at you, but not mad enough to write an angry email, and you're never going to know it. And you're not going to have the opportunity to reach out to them and talk with them because they didn't voice their opinion. But the angry customers are very usually polarized people. So if you pick up the phone and you talk to them, they're well, that they were like that in the inbox, but usually when you talk to them on the phone, they're like, oh my God, he actually picked up and called me. Then they become your biggest fans. And when they're your biggest fans, I have a Facebook group that I never delete any post in. So if people go, the Facebook group is dedicated to my business, which is another pro tip. Whatever business you're in, it doesn't have to be an Amazon-based business. Actually, this advice right now that I'm giving is more relevant to other businesses outside of Amazon, because a lot of Amazon businesses, they don't deal with customer support. This advice is actually not for Amazon sellers. If you're an Amazon seller, you know how we handle customer service on Amazon? I do Amazon FBA. We mark not needed. We don't even fucking deal with customer service on Amazon. Why? Because it's not my brand. It's Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos literally said when I use FBA that he's gonna handle customer service. I don't get any credit for being a good business owner on Amazon in terms of me making the customer happy. I care about my customers and my brand. I don't care about Jeff Bezos' customers and his brand. Sorry, Jeff Bezos, I don't. I care about mine and my own. So this advice is relevant to people who have customers that know who they are and know what their brand is, not Amazon sellers, okay? So I'm getting that out of the way. I was about to say something else about something customer service related. Facebook groups, yeah. So Facebook groups, it's a very, very vulnerable way to get customer feedback, because everybody's going to see everyone's feedback. So we have a Facebook group, and the purpose of the Facebook group originally was to warm people up and get them excited about the opportunity doing business with me. But then it became just a complaining room of people. People go in there, and I have, that your business is getting to the size where it's kind of big. I know I'm nothing compared to Facebook, Amazon, all these businesses around here. My business is relatively small, but when you have 20 billies and 20 mats. Name any common name, and I guarantee you I have a lot of them. If it's a super common name, I have dozens of the common names. Susie. Just like you type in the name and you can go down my customer list, you can just see all these names. And so when you get to that size, you're gonna have, 19 of the Billies might be happy, but one of them is gonna be pissed off at you. You should be talking to that Billy. And so in the Facebook group, it just turned into a complaining room where everybody's in there and they're just like, why is my inventory not being processed? And everyone's like, yeah, why isn't it? And then people see that I'm responding. So I took psychology in college, and that was actually my major, psychophysiology. And I'm really fascinated by the idea of conditioning. Got a plane coming by. Hope you guys can still hear me. Conditioning. So Pavlovian conditioning. B.F. Skinner talks about behavioral. I think he's a behavioral psychologist. Anyway, basically, you can reward people or punish people for different actions. And if you reward people for their actions, they're more likely to do more of that behavior. So if a kid's crying and you give him food, he's gonna start associating crying with food. And that's why your baby's crying all the time, because when it cries, you give it food. And that's why babies cry, so they cry to get food. But as they get older and turn into toddlers, they start throwing temper tantrums. And if you want those temper tantrums to stop, you probably should stop rewarding their behavior for that. Don't necessarily punish. There's a lot of evidence that says punishing doesn't work. It's a whole other topic. But when it comes to customer service, what am I doing? I'm rewarding people for complaining about my business. Why am I doing that? Because I want to know more feedback. And I actually didn't do it intentionally, to be honest. I would go in and they would complain about whatever. Hey, it's taking too long. Hey, I'm not getting paid. Hey, their communication sucks. And I comment on every single post. I go in there and I comment, blah, 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 blah. And they're like, holy shit, I just got Avery's attention. And a little dopamine is released in their brain, which causes more of that behavior. And other people also see that I'm commenting on the post. So whenever they feel angry and they're not getting an adequate response from customer service in our inbox, they immediately go to the Facebook group, because who's gonna answer? I'm gonna answer. And so I've created this culture of complaining in my business. And a lot of people, I talk to people in the community, a lot of you guys, you guys are in the Facebook group, or maybe you've seen it. Like, dude, your business is, everybody's complaining, like, dude, I'm sorry, like, your reputation's going to shit. And I'm like, no, dude, like, this is fucking good. Like I'm getting all the feedback I need, and it's not as bad as it seems. I could hide all this. I could delete the Facebook group. I could, you guys could not know about any of this, and only the angry customers would know, which is like probably less than 2% of all my customers are like angry. But because they're on the forefront of the Facebook group and you guys are seeing it and I'm making videos like this, the perception is that a lot of people are angry. Now, does that hurt my business? Probably in some aspects, but I think there's more ROI in it. As long as I'm present, as long as I'm there, filling these holes. All these holes are popping up. As long as I'm there plugging them, people are seeing that I'm coming out, I'm putting effort in. And that is actually gonna have more return, in my opinion, over the long run than this temporary negative perception of restrictedinventory.com. So that's what's going on with restrictedinventory.com. We're also creating an app for it. I think that, I talk about every business I talk about. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be the next big $1 million business. But I do believe in restrictedinventory.com. That's why I'm putting more and more effort into it. And I think we can pivot in some interesting ways moving forward, and not only continue to service Amazon sellers, but maybe even branch out to regular people. We already do work with regular people who have books, but we could really target that market more, since we're gonna have an app rolling out. And we could work with college students. We could really, really expand our business into various markets. And since we have the infrastructure built out with the pickiest customers on the planet, which is Amazon sellers, because Amazon sellers get to deal with Amazon, which is actually, Amazon's really good. And so Amazon sellers have a high standard doing business with me, because essentially what I'm doing is equivalent to what Amazon's doing. I'm processing their inventory, I'm listing their inventory. I'm like Amazon FBA essentially for other Amazon sellers. And so they have high standards for me. And so they yell at me when I'm not Jeff Bezos, which is good because it raises the standard again. So that's it. That's my rant for the day. I'm about to go in, get a workout, and then I'm actually about to go network and learn about some NFTs, I believe, this afternoon. So throwing some darts out there into the unknown NFT. I met somebody who did $2 million profit with NFTs, and he was like my age. Became a millionaire by trading NFTs. So I need to learn about this shit. That's it. That's my rant. Peace out, guys. Much love.